Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly O.C.D. And we are back for another episode of Exploring YouTube. This time around, I am so happy to be able to show you a channel that I came across several months ago and recently have started kind of binge watching the videos and absolutely love this channel. It's a channel called Special Books by Special Kids, and it's ran by a guy named Chris. Chris used to be a special education teacher and had the same group of students for 3 years in his classroom and developed a special kind of teaching where he made sure that everything that he said to them was positive. That way they had positive reinforcement and they learned to be positive, and the focus on them wasn't about their disability, but about what they could do and how to interact with people. From that, he started a Facebook group and started getting quite a few followers and then quite a few emails from people asking them to come and visit their child. Well, he did just that, and now he has hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of views on his channel from people who are tuning in just to see the special people, adults and children alike, that he interviews on a weekly basis. He's interviewed many people, from folks who have autism, physical disorders, mental disorders, things you can't see, schizophrenia, people who even have terminal illnesses. So with that, I will tell you, I got a little bit emotional and teared up a little bit when I put this video together. All the people in all these videos are so very special and unique, and if you have never heard of this channel, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you please go check it out and take a look at it for yourself. But without further ado, here is Chris Ulmer and a look at his channel, Special Books by Special Kids. Enjoy.
Alright everyone, this is going to be my first ever YouTube video. This is weird, I don't even know where to look. But this is important because I understand that there are people on YouTube that don't use Facebook. This blog has 1.2 million followers on Facebook, but I've never really bothered to grow it on YouTube until now. Many of you know me as the guy who travels around and interviews different people with different conditions, but that wasn't my job. I didn't apply for that. It wasn't on Craigslist. I started as a special education teacher, and I had the same 7 students for 3 years. I thought I found what I was going to do my whole life. I had so much fun teaching those kids.
You're very funny, you're very smart, you do a great job every day, and you make everyone laugh because you're so silly. Thanks for being a great student.
Awesome.
You're an amazing student.
Yes.
I love having you in my class.
Yes.
I think you're very funny.
Yes.
I think you're amazing.
Yes.
I think you are brilliant.
Yes.
I think everyone in here loves you.
Yes.
Great job. You are a great student.
Thank you.
I love having you in my class. You're funny.
Yeah.
You're athletic.
Yeah.
You're a great soccer player.
I know.
You're very smart.
Yes.
You've been doing a great job reading.
Yes.
You've been reading great equivalent words, which means you're very smart.
Yeah.
And to me, there was nothing more rewarding than seeing them progress and meet their objectives.
Prove to me you're listening by raising your hand in the air. Prove to me you're listening by touching your nose.
I had the same 7 students for 3 years. After our second year together, I saw these students from a whole new perspective. They were my favorite people in the world to be around. They were charismatic. They were so smart in their own way. And we were all progressing in that classroom so much together. It was one of the most rewarding times of my life.
How are you?
Good.
How do you feel?
Great.
You are great. What's it like to be you?
Funny.
I decided to take a leap of faith. I left the classroom, turned the blog into a nonprofit, and decided that if I do enough good, people will want to contribute and we can just travel around interview people with a diagnosis and tell their story so that those who don't have exposure to this world can learn about it and learn how to better connect with those who do have a diagnosis. So Rube, is it okay if I call you Rube?
No.
What should I call you then? Ruby?
Yeah.
All right, Rube. E.
You said it wrong.
When you tell somebody that you have schizophrenia, how do you want them to react?
I want them to not be afraid of me and not to look at me any differently than they had looked at me before.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael Stokes and I am 15 years old.
What's it like to be you, Mike?
I just like being me. I think I'm cool.
What's your biggest hope for the future?
Dying or passing away knowing that I lived life to the fullest.
If you had to introduce yourself to the world, what would you say?
Hi, my name is Fabian Holiday, and I'm a 16-year-old boy in 10th grade. I have a disease called muscle myopathy, which is a deterioration of muscle.
We're gonna go wake up Timmy. How'd you sleep? Good. You slept good. Can I snuggle you? Did you sleep good? Yeah, I did. Thanks for asking. Can I snuggle? Yeah.
What's the first thing you do in the morning?
First I do is like snuggle my mom.
I love you so much.
We know that he was abandoned on a bridge when he was 3 months old. We don't know what reason or, you know, who his parents were or anything. But then apparently they took him to the nearest government-run facility, which was an old folks home.
What's it like to be Dustin's dad?
Because I'm lovable.
Because you're lovable.
Yeah.
Definitely lovable.
I curses.
You cuss sometimes, yes. Lots of highs and lots of lows, but
How about the airplane?
highs outweigh the lows. But
How
yeah.
about the airplane?
What airplane?
I'm scared.
You're scared to fly, yeah.
Have you had these hallucinations while we've had this discussion right now?
I don't answer that question. I've sort of made it as like a rule with myself not to really talk about whether or not am hallucinating at that moment, because then the first response is, oh, where is that hallucination? And then a common reaction is then everyone in the room looks that direction. I don't know why, they're not going to see anything, but that's just like the reaction. And that's very dangerous, because then you have real life interacting with your hallucination, and that could really hurt the psyche.
Camera's on.
Hey, Gamer.
People around the world are listening.
Hey.
What would you like to say to them?
No worry.
Hakuna Matata.
No worry, I love you, day.
If somebody wants to be your friend, what should they say to you?
Hey.
It's a type of dwarfism. It's very rare, and basically they're the smallest type of dwarfism. So symmetrically, all his organs, everything's proportional. It's long. The name is Majewski's osteodysplastic primordial dwarfism. That's the hard part. There is some medical issues.
Not my brain.
Yeah, he's had his brain checked.
Call it.
Yeah, he's had quite a few surgeries, but he's brave.
I feel like it's like a new world. So I can't wait to start it.
He asked if he could come and stay with us for good, and that's happened, and we're thrilled.
I was like, wow, it's finally happening. So I was just amazed that it happened. So, and thanks to Anne and Barry, because it wouldn't have happened without them.
We were like, buddy, we want to talk to you. And we said, where's your eyes? And he's like, right here. And we're like, how do you see? And he's like, with my eyes. And we're like, show us. And he's like this. And he reached out and touched us. And then we said, well, mommy and daddy and your sisters, we have eyes that we can see with. And he's like, what's that? You know, like, what do you mean?
When somebody sees this video and hears your story for the first time, what do you hope they get out of it?
That despite my situation or how negative my life may seem, I am still positive.
Chris.
Yes.
No way.
What?
What's fireworks sound like?
They sound like a big explosion.
Does it sound like thunder?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They sound like thunder.
What kind of thunder?
Loud thunder.
Big ones?
Huge ones.
No way.
What?
Can a lightning can hit me?
Do you want me to say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's possible. I mean, it's not likely, but it's possible. Does Nick tease you a lot?
All day, yeah. Yeah, he's comfortable with me, and I know how he really feels, so it doesn't make me feel bad when he calls me bad or pregnant. He's just being a jokester, and that's just him. He can be a little naughty, but it's funny. I mean, he's 25, and we try to let him be who he is, but a little bit of structure sometimes helps. Don't need that, like silly.
I've had a friend that actually said, I can't talk to you anymore because I don't know what's going on in your head while I'm talking to you. But I mean, do we really know what's going on in anyone's head when we're talking to them? You have that fear of people thinking that you're crazy. But getting that help is so important, and something that you really just can't. Don't let anyone get in your way of that, especially yourself.
He is incredibly inquisitive, lots of questions, always thinking.
What do you have, Jasmine?
Nothing. I already ate my snack.
What did you eat?
Some grapes and some goldfish.
Because I cannot see what other people is doing. That's why I was just asking sometimes what people are doing.
What's something the public should know that would make your life better?
I would say that if you encounter me or any individual that is disabled, to not, I guess, judge them for how they look.
What's the most important thing you want people to know about you?
Just come up to me and treat me like a teenager. Just don't come up to me like talking to me like a baby and stuff. And don't be like staring at me. Or just come up to me and say, cool wheelchair.
I remember a time when somebody said to me, without looking at Michael, said to me, oh, he's lovely, what age is he? And I said, ask him.
Chris.
Yes.
Don't you have a house?
I do have a house.
I'd like to come and see you one day. Chris, no way. Can you please hug me before I leave?
Yeah, I'll give you a hug.
What?
Why would you like the hug?
Because I want to.
Do you hug friends?
Yeah.
Are we friends now?
Oh yeah.
When someone meets Dustin for the first time, what do you hope they see in him?
Joy.
Joy.
What's something that's important for the world to understand about you?
That I'm not a monster, and that I'm more than a plot twist in a movie, or that conversation people have after a mass shooting. Again, people who have schizophrenia are more likely to be the abuse victim rather than the abusers. The good guys get schizophrenia too, and the majority of them are good guys.
I'm looking forward to introducing you to people of all different conditions from around the world. I hope you're able to get to know them with an open heart and just think about how they connect to you, because deep down we're all pretty much the same. See you later, everyone. Silas, there we go. The camera's in front of us. If you're ready to do this, show me your biggest smile you have. Oh man, look out, world.